Hey guys, what's up? It's Miranda, and today I am here to do my July book wrap-up. And I haven't done a monthly wrap-up in a very long time, but this month I've been reading some really amazing books that I wanted to share with all of you. As I'm saying that, actually, the first book that I'm going to show you is actually a book that I didn't love. Trust me, the rest of the books I absolutely loved, and I definitely recommend all these books that I'm about to share. So first up, I read The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd, and this has been a book that I've wanted to read for so long. I've literally tried like 3 times. I've gotten 20 pages in and then another book distracted me, but I finally sat down and finished this book. And I feel like this is a case where my expectations for the book ruined the story for me because I was just expecting so much more. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but I was just expecting a lot more of a creepier story. Like, yes, the story was creepy, but it didn't really like scare me. Your main character, Juliet, she was okay, but she wasn't like as badass and warrior girl as I was hoping she would be. And then there was a love triangle, and you know how much I hate love triangles, but this love triangle especially, because both boys were so bad. Like, Edward was just a weirdo, mysterious stalker. Like, after falling in water, and this is only about 100 pages in, so it's not really spoilery, he says, "Juliet, you looked even more beautiful when I thought I was dying." Like, is that an appropriate thing to say to someone? Because that would freak me out if someone said that to me. And the other love interest who I liked a tad better, Montgomery, he needs to grow a spine because, oh my gosh, he was just like such a pansy. Like, he would do every single thing Juliet's father told him, and I was just like, stand up for yourself, buddy. For once in your life, don't just sit there. So I was definitely expecting more out of it. It wasn't bad. I'm definitely going to read the rest of the trilogy. It's just, like I said, I was expecting so much more, and that's what left me disappointed. After that, I read Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz, and I actually have a whole book talk on this, which I'll leave the link for that down in the description box if you want to check that out. But this is a book I absolutely loved. I feel like a lot of people are saying that the expectation for this book was built up so much, but for me, I really had zero expectations for this book because it was based on a Disney movie, so I was going in thinking it was going to be bad, and it turned out to be really good. I love the fact that it's just about these characters. There's not really any romance subplot. There's no love triangle, thank goodness, and it really set up the movie nicely, I think, and introduced us to the characters and really made me invested and interested in these characters and where they're going to go. So I think it was a very good job on Melissa De La Cruz's part and a very smart decision on Disney's part to hire such a good author to write this book, because it definitely has me interested in the movie way more than I was before I read this book. So I definitely recommend it. 5 out of 5 stars. After that, I read probably my favorite book of the whole year, maybe, because I just love this book so much, and that is Open Road Summer by Emery Lord. I absolutely love this book. It came out last year, and I really didn't hear anything about it. I only found it at the library in like a little like road trip section that they had set up. Basically, it's about a girl named Reagan, and her best friend Dee is basically Taylor Swift. I mean, that's what she is. She's Taylor Swift. She's this famous country singer, and she's going on tour for the summer, and she offers to bring Reagan along because Reagan has just broken up with her delinquent boyfriend, and she has like this mysterious cast that she broke her wrist in some accident that she doesn't want to talk about, and the whole summer is supposed to be about Dee and Reagan's all ready to change herself and her bad behavior ways. And then Dee's friend, who's also a singer, Matt, comes along as the opening act of the tour. He completely changes everything because now Reagan is like, I don't like you. I don't do the whole like sleep with boys right after I meet them thing anymore. I'm a new person. I don't like you, but you know, they go get together, and it's just such a cute story. The tour takes place over summer, so it's definitely the perfect summer read. This one, oh my gosh, it was my favorite. It's just such a perfect summer read, and I love all the characters so much. They're all so perfect, and I love it. I love it so much. After that, I read The Zodiac Legacy, Convergence, which was co-written by Stan Lee. And this is a book I saw at Target. I picked it up randomly, but I ended up really liking it. It reminds me a bit too much of Percy Jackson for me to really love it. But it's about a boy named Stephen Lee, which, again, I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that they basically named the kid Stan Lee, but I digress. story is about a kid, like I said, named Stephen Lee, and he's on a school field trip to China when he stumbles across this kind of mysterious ancient ritual that's going on. And what makes it feel like Percy Jackson is that it's basically this team of kids fighting against this one evil dude. All their powers and everything descend from the Chinese Zodiac. World building in this is really, really great. Like, the writers really, really did their research. It's very interesting, very action-packed. What's really cool and unique about it, though, is that scattered throughout the pages, there's illustrations like this to go along with what's happening. And I've never really read a book before that mixes like regular old chapters with pictures. It's definitely a really good book. Like, if you don't really love reading but you do like graphic novels, this is definitely like a good kind of inter between the two. Really, really, like I said, love the characters, love the world building. It just felt a little too much like Percy Jackson for me to absolutely love it, but I still definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm so looking forward to the next book. I can't wait to see what happens. Alright, last up I have The Haunting of Sunshine Girl by Paige Mackenzie and Alyssa Shimnell, I think is how you say her last name. Anyway, this is based on a web series called The Haunting of Sunshine Girl that I had never watched. I watched it after I read the book, and the web series is pretty interesting. If you're interested in like things that kind of terrify you and make you not want to sleep at night, then I would definitely suggest checking the web series out. And the book is 10 times scarier than the web series. Let me just tell you, it freaked me the F out. Part of the problem was I would always wait till like 11 at night to read this book, and then I'd have to stay up till like 4 in the morning when it was light out again because I couldn't sleep after reading this book. Like, it just, oh my god, it was good, but oh, it freaked me out. Like, I don't read a lot of horror books because I'm a scaredy pants, and this one, oh, it just stays with you. It's about a girl named Sunshine. She moves to like Oregon, Washington, one of those really rainy states with her mom. And as soon as she moves into her house, she keeps like feeling cold. She smells like musty, like mildew everywhere she goes, and she thinks there's a ghost in her house. But her mom doesn't believe her because her mom's like, ghosts don't exist. And the whole story is her trying to prove to her mom that this ghost exists and like trying to get rid of the ghost. Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. It's so creepy. I think that's what made it even better for me, was the fact that it did scare me, because the problem, like I said, with Madman's Daughter was that it was supposed to be creepy, but like it didn't creep me out. This book, it creeped me out a lot. Like, I was like, what the F is happening? I don't want to do this right now. So I definitely recommend it if you're in the mood to be scared. If you get really anxious and anxiety and panicky with scary books, especially ghosts and stuff like that, then don't read this book. I usually do, so I'm surprised I could actually read this book. Yeah, consider that your warning. If you want to be scared, definitely a good book. If you think you can't handle it, run as fast as you can away from this book. And the last book I read this month is Emmy and Oliver by Robin Benway. And this is a book I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people talking about on Goodreads, so I wanted to read it. It's actually really, really cute. It adds kind of a different twist to the best friends falling in love story, because it starts out with Oliver and Emmy, who were best friends since they were born, basically. And when they were like 7, Oliver was kidnapped by his dad and taken away for 10 years. Basically, they didn't know where he was. When the book starts, it's 10 years later, and Oliver has been found, and he's coming back now to the town where Emmy lives and everything. And it's just a very interesting story to see kind of Oliver, how he tries to fit back in with these people who were his best friends but who he was torn away from, and try and fit back in this life that he doesn't really remember. But the thing that I really like about the book is it's not dual point of view as I was expecting it to be, because a lot of contemporary books nowadays are dual point of view. It was just from Emmy's point of view. It was her story, and while there was like emphasis on Oliver and like his whole struggles and stuff like that, the real story was with Emmy and with what she was trying to deal with and everything. I really like that the focus was on Emmy and kind of her life aside from Oliver. Like, yes, Oliver and her relationship was cute. Emmy could also stand on her own. The only thing that I didn't like was the book wrapped up really, really quick. Like, I feel like the ending, instead of like actually showing what happened, it was just like told to us by Emmy in like a 2-sentence paragraph. And also that last chapter after the epilogue, I have no idea what happened in that. Like, I get that it's supposed to be probably some metaphorical poetry kind of symmetry thing that we're supposed to understand if Oliver and Emmy are going to end up together, but I didn't get it. So if you've read the book, please tell me what the heck happened at the end, because I'm so confused here. And like I said, it's just the ending for me wasn't the best it could possibly be, but I really like the story aside from that. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the books I read for the month of July. And I have to say the best book I read was definitely Open Road Summer. I recommend you read that quickly before summer's done, because it's such a perfect summer read and I really, really loved it. Anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more monthly wrap-ups or book videos, or if you want to see reviews for any of the books that I mentioned. And also subscribe to my channel to be told when I make more videos if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!